Hello and welcome! Silrace here with some Hearthstone action. And this is the Druid starter deck, and that is not necessarily a good starting hand against a mage. So let's keep Moonfire and Swampos, and well, let's say double Moonfire, not the most awesome, but it helps deal with turn 1 mana worm play if that happens. So yeah, and I go second, so it could happen. However, it did not, so we are free to play Swampos because Mage has no freaking... You know, Mage has no freaking weapons anyway, and basically wastes a turn by pinging us for one with the Fire Blast anyway. But this is the Druid starter deck, like I said, which I showcased before, and there will be annotation at the end of the video to that deck, as well as in the description below for how this deck was built. Basically using just basic cards for Druid and neutral minions. Turn 3, innovate Gurubasi Basaka, because why the heck not? There is no board presence on the mage, and the Gurubasi Basaka is... I am basically playing that in hopes of drawing a polymorph on it, instead of having one of those Iron Bark protectors, which come at the late game, to, you know, be polymorphed. Because I have Healing Touch in hand, I can also, if necessary, heal the Gurubasi Basaka. If it really gets mowed down by, for example, Fireball for 6, and then nastily it gets healed. Frostbolt, that's gonna trigger its damage effect, but it's obviously gonna be frozen for a turn. No other good turn 4 play other than Dragonlink mechanics, so let's do that. And this is before Flame Strike anyways. 2 turns to Flame Strike and 1 turn to Blizzard, so still quite safe here to play like lots of minions on board. Don't have any minions in hand though to be played, so that is a little unfortunate. And can happen occasionally with this deck, it does have a few spells. And this is essentially Mage just delaying the game out, which works for me. It's like a Frost Nova into a Fire Blasting, the 2-1. And I have no play whatsoever, so I have to essentially waste a turn. It's like, I'm not gonna Moonfire the Mage or waste a Claw on beating on the Mage. That seems so useless. The Claw is much better as a removal, and so is the Moonfire. I'm still expecting to see Mirror Image at some point, and double Moonfire helps with that. Oh, and there is finally that polymorph. So it's basically entire turn spent on removing a single creature. And now it's a polymorph which does not hit this guy, which I just drew, Iron Bark Protector. Unfortunately, I have no play for turn 6 either. Getting a little unlucky here on that front, but thankfully still have a creature on board, have a health advantage. Don't exactly have a card advantage thanks to the coin, or rather due to the coin, but have good amount of cards. Now this is one of those curious things. Couple plays possible here, such as playing the Gurubasi Basaka, but the question is, for example, that could be removed by simple Claw double Moonfire, but do we want to use that many cards on one creature? Because Claw Shapeshift double Moonfire gets rid of it, that's 5 damage. So the Claw Shapeshift, hitting it with the 2-4 also removes it. Which is actually the play I end up doing, because I thought I don't want to waste I don't want to waste 3 cards to get rid of that. So let's just waste a creature and coin into the Gurubasi Basaka instead. So I still have 5 cards in hand, well essentially 6 since we get the draw next turn. But so didn't waste like all of my hand on a single creature. Could have swiped it, obviously swipe Moonfire would have gotten it off the board. Another possibility, but I am expecting some sort of a bit more bigger target, or some more reasonable target for the swipe, to be honest. And there is the mirror images I was talking about previously. Entirely expecting those to come at some point or another. Thankfully they are right now quickly and easily dealt with, and there is no mana worm behind them, so that's quite fine, huh? Next turn though, I would really want to play... Oh, a Fireball wasted on a second Gurubashi Berserker. So far the Gurubashi Berserkers have eaten all the nasty, you know, AoE stuff. So, this is turn. Do I want to play Moonfires to get rid of those 0-2s? No, I really don't. Not at the moment. Like, I could have wasted 2 Moonfires to get rid of one of them. So basically, Shapeshift into Moonfire next turn and Stormwind Champion. That removes one of the 0-2s. Obviously, the Ironbark will have to hit the other. But in general, this is the kind of a play for next turn in my mind. There is no reason for the Maze to Flame Strike. It has if she had another Polymorph, then it probably would have hit this guy right now. That would keep the Stormwind Champion safe for the next turn. And if it has no Stormwind, if it gets Polymorph next turn, then it has to deal with the Stormwind Champion. Oh, that is even better. Gave the Dark Scale Healer the taunt, so there is another target to be smacked. And that is a swipe target, such a bad swipe target, because no one can get rid of all the little guys really easily here. Double Moonfire that, it's dead. There's no need to take damage on the Ironbark, you know? That's why I didn't hit it with the Ironbark. There's no point taking damage on it. I'll double Moonfire that thing finally. So that's 3 spells were used, but used on 3 creatures essentially. 2 cards though. But I do have the nastier board. And yeah, and that was quite value swipe as well. Because swipe damage killed 1 creature, damaged 3 others. Or rather, essentially killed 1 creature because, well... So, no taunt on board, have to hit my taunt, which can now deal with pretty much everything on the board. But what do we want to play? This is a Stormwind Champion, 9-7. We can just kill that because it is annoying and then heal up, eh? Back to 9-9. Now, do we wanna get polymorphed? Even if we get polymorphed on this buffed up dude, we have a second Ironbark. And this Ironbark has pretty much paid for itself already by, you know, killing a mirror image, killing a goddamn water elemental, and so on, and now the maze is basically just wasting spells on them on top of it. Which is, I am entirely okay with. This just means that I can't obviously kill either of those with the Stormwind Champion, because, well, it would die. No reason whatsoever to waste a Stormwind Champion. No, you have to hit the taunt. The taunt is gonna be annoying to get rid of. Decides not to hit the taunt at all. So we will swipe that. Especially because we want to get rid of the Harpy. Because if there is a Polymorph, the Harpy deals a lot of damage. It gets 2 attacks off. It could hit me for 4 and then kill the Stormwind Champion if there was a Polymorph to get rid of the Ironbark Protector, which is why I decided to take the 4 damage to my face instead, just once, and get rid of the Dingamajig. Now, this is one of those curious plays of like, what do I wanna hit the Senjin with, actually? Because could basically trade Stormwind Champion for it finally, but it's not even necessary to do that. And Boulder Fist Ogre, hold onto the Ironbark, just, you know, just in case, and get rid of both of his creatures. Now he has to also, obviously he can Fire Blast something to death next turn, but he has to make the choice. Kill the taunt or kill the Stormwind Champion and leave the taunt on board. Which means anything he plays, even with a charge, can't do anything if he decides to ping this Stormwind Champion. So that is the win through concede.